Today, the world teenagers live in is louder, faster, and more confusing than ever. But one thing hasn't changed. They're still searching for belonging, identity, peace, and purpose, often in all the wrong places. In East Columbus, Young Life is still sending out leaders to go where teenagers are, not waiting for students to show up at a church or a program, but showing up in their world again and again with the hope of Jesus.
As long as high school students are scrolling through highlight reels, comparing themselves to curated perfection,
as long as they're anxious, exhausted, and overexposed, yet still feel unseen.
As long as they walk through the halls of their schools carrying depression, addiction, isolation, and questions no one's answering, I want to be found there.
I want to be found there.
I want to be found right there.
Not in the safe seats, not just behind the scenes. No, I want to be in the middle of the mess, where life is unfiltered and raw.
Where language is rough and the humor is dark. Where confidence is just a mask and apathy covers fear. Where students laugh loud to avoid crying quiet. That's where I want to be found, because that's where Jesus shows up.
And as long as there's an enemy convincing students that their worth is based on likes and snaps, status, or sexuality, as long as the lie runs deep and the silence around it runs deeper, I want to be found there.
As long as God still uses broken people to bring healing, as long as light still shatters darkness, as long as Jesus is still rescuing hearts, one at a time, I'll stand my post, right in the middle of the chaos, until the final whistle blows and the lights go out.
If you've been to a Friday night football game in Columbus recently, you've seen the scene. Parents on one side, cheering, calm, contained. Then there's the student section, loud, wild, unpredictable. Two different worlds, just a few feet apart. But if you look closely, you might spot something that doesn't quite fit. A handful of adults, not security, not staff, standing with the students, laughing, talking, high-fiving, just being there. Those are likely Young Life leaders.
We show up not because we're cool or invited, but because we care. Because Jesus entered our story, and now we get to enter theirs.
we walk hallways, we sit at lunch tables, we show up for practices, plays, and parties.
We meet up at Waffle House at midnight or grab smoothies after school. We lead small groups. We build real friendships because students need more than a sermon. They need someone who sees them.
Every time we walk into a school, two worlds collide. Hope meets hopelessness. Truth meets confusion. Jesus meets a generation hungry for something real.
That's the privilege we have as Young Life leaders today. To meet teenagers right where they are. To earn trust, to share life, and when God moves, to witness students pass from death to life.
It's worth every dollar we raise, every mile we drive, every moment we give.
Because when the lights go out and the noise dies down, that's when the real stories come out. Wounds from home, friendships that betrayed, pressure that never lets up, questions about God, identity, and whether anyone truly cares. And it's in those sacred spaces, late at night or across the table or in the front seat of a car, that the friendship of a Young Life leader becomes something holy, where a student begins to believe, I am not alone. There's a God who sees me. There's hope for me too. And that changes everything.